Right now, I'm more of a playmaker. So trying to get other people open, rebounding, defense is more my role than how other people's might be scoring. I think the energy role is part of mine too. Just trying to keep everyone focused. For those who's been to the game, every game that we've been to, I want to tell them thank you. I appreciate the support that they gave us. And for all the other ones, I want to say thank you to them as well. It's much needed. They came at a great time in our season. Feels like home to me. Every time I step on a court, I just feel like that's where I belong. It feels good because I feel like this year we are really making a name for ourselves because now people are starting to figure out who Wahine Basketball is. And it feels good to be a part of that. It feels great. I really want to thank Coach Beeman. Last year was a really tough year and she had to make a decision for me, and I really do appreciate everything that she's done. She's a really good person, a great coach, and I love her to death. And then, of course, my family. I always want to thank them for being supportive, especially me being so far away from them.
It was mostly the coaching staff, because Coach Beeman was the head coach at Mount Sac before I came here, and I felt it was a more comfortable transition for me because I knew the system as far as defense, offense, and her reputation was the biggest impact on me because she was such a strong coach. Here it's an inner pride that I feel because I'm not representing just a school but also an entire state. And the amount of support that we get from everybody is the most important thing as well. But I think being a Rainbow Wahine is the biggest accomplishment I've had as far as my basketball career. The first trip when we went to Colorado, it was the first time we really learned what we can do as far as a team. First, I thank my parents because without them, I wouldn't be where I am. My older brother, he's the competition that I have, so it fuels me a lot. But as far as my basketball career, I like to thank all the coaches that have helped me along the way, especially in my college career. But I also thank the countless trainers I've had. My grandparents, they supported me too, my boyfriend, and then just the team in general. These girls have really held me together in a lot of difficult times that people might not know about. And I just thank them especially because they're friends that I can see myself having in the long run.
I think Coach B's been a big part of that, being able to come in with such short notice and short time to be able to adapt with the team that we had, and having had Shawna and I here since I've been here, a lot of us have grown together and learned how to play with one another, and I think that's developed over the years that she's been as the head coach. It's a big deal for me. The fans and my family that I have here is like our sixth man, so being able to play in front of them and have their support day in and day out, no matter what the outcome is, that's the biggest thing, being able to play for Hawaii. Start with my dad. He's always had me around basketball, even though I didn't start till I was 10 years old. He's been that one that's been by my side the whole way through my career. My mum and my siblings, they've always been there for me. A big thanks to the coaches that we have, to the fans. They're amazing. My teammates, they're my family away from home. Sisters that some might not get along with at times, but this team this year has probably been the best team I've been on, just because of those girls and the chemistry we have on and off the court. Thanks to my boyfriend, Elijah, he's on the football team. He's been a big support for me over the past year and a half. And just a big thanks to all of athletics, everyone in the staff. They've done a tremendous job at helping promote our team and help us with the success that we've had.
In the beginning, when I first arrived here, it was okay, you know, settling for losses, and it was okay not working hard or having that high expectation and reaching them, to where it is now, it's not okay. You know, it's not okay to play basketball and not execute it. It's not okay to play ugly basketball, and at times we do, and I know that it's still not okay to us. Our expectations level has definitely risen from what it was. We expect more out of each other, we expect more out of this coaching staff, and now we're taking care of business. At the end of the day, we're lucky enough to not just represent ourselves and the school, but the whole state of Hawaii. I mean, all of the 8 islands we represent, and so we are lucky enough to do that because other schools don't, and with that comes a lot of responsibility. Comes with doing things the right way, comes with holding yourself well, and knowing that you're not representing yourself and just your family, but you have a whole state on your shoulders, you have a whole state supporting you. I always have to thank them because they are the reasons why we play. They give us probably the most support other than our families and the school itself. But if it wasn't for them, we'd have empty seats. We would have nobody to play for. It would be no excitement out there. Like I said, we represent a whole state, and so when we do them proud, they feel it too. And so that's why I thank them. Of course, my family, my mother, she's been a huge role model for me. She raised 5 kids, that's a handful to do. My grandmother, my father, he was huge too. I have to thank my coaches, Coach Agena, who started me off believing in me and working on the skills. I have to go to George Quintero for giving me the opportunity to see what it's like to play at a different level in the mainland. Dana Takara Diaz for giving me the opportunity to sign that letter of intent coming to University of Hawaii, because she was really where it started. And then Laura Beeman for continuously believing in me and knowing that through everything that I've been through, she still has that faith in me to go farther than I could even imagine. Also, Corey Enriquez, I know it's hard to be that father and then have me playing, being a student athlete, and then my daughter for continuously being my strength.